across to Paulami Saha once again. Paulami, the messaging that's coming across from the BJP is that they are delivering on their promise of a crackdown on the corrupt. For the Congress, really, at this point, they are going to be pushing forward, claiming that this is, a political witch hunt, that leaders in the opposition, anyone who raises their voice against the BJP is being targeted. What really is the Congress's strategy here to ensure that they really put up a fight and push that narrative?
Well, as far as Congress is concerned, you're absolutely right that they will be putting up a fight, and a mighty fight at that, in order to try and defend P Chidambaram, try and protect him from any other coercive action. They will hope, of course, that Mr. P Chidambaram doesn't have to spend too many days in CBI custody. So as soon as, of course, the CBI moves court today seeking Mr. P Chidambaram's remand, the Congress will also try and apply for bail as soon as it's granted by the trial judge, if at all. So that is going to be the Congress's strategy. They will try to explore all legal options that are possible. And the fact that the Congress is going to put all its might and strength behind the former finance minister was evident last evening at the AICC headquarters itself, and the top guns of the Congress party, not just those part of his legal team, which of course includes Salman Khurshid, Vivek Tankha, as well as Kapil Sibal. Mallikarjun Kharge was there, KC Venugopal was there, Ghulam Nabi Azad was there, Amit Patel was there. So barring the Gandhi family, everyone was there, and the Gandhi family has already tweeted out its support. The Congress has officially released a statement as well, saying that this is a political witch hunt, that this is vindictive politics which is being played using the investigating agencies by the centre, and they are going to mount that that kind of commentary and that kind of narrative for the coming days to come as well, until of course the former finance minister gets any kind of relief from the court.
Yes, and the messaging was very clear, Anand. The messaging from the Congress is very clear that they fully back P Chidambaram. You had, as Paulami pointed out, some of the senior-most leaders of the party standing alongside P Chidambaram. And clearly at this point, there was also a message that was being sent across by the former finance minister. The fact that nobody knew where he was for almost 27 hours, and finally he turned up directly at the Congress headquarters itself, speaks volumes.
Well, yes, and he summed it up by saying that he was not running away from the law. He was in pursuit of law. So that sums up, what he's been doing. He was up to, and the Congress leaders were right since the morning tweeting about P Chidambaram. Started off with none other than Priyanka Gandhi Vadra herself tweeting that the Congress leader is being harassed. He's being hounded by the investigative agencies for taking on the BJP government. And then even Rahul Gandhi tweeted. He also said that the BJP and its investigative agencies at the centre are trying to malign the former Home Minister and Finance Minister and a senior leader of the Congress party. And that continued through the day, as we were witnessing every step which was taken by the legal team of the Congress party, which was there in the Supreme Court entrenched since morning, trying to raise a mention of the anticipatory bail plea of P Chidambaram. First, it was Justice Ramana's court, and then it was taken to the registrar, and then finally at the CJI court. So all this unfolded throughout the day, and it culminated at the press conference at the AICC. We were all surprised when P Chidambaram made an appearance there. It was a very brief one, but he was to the point. He said that he was not running away from the investigative agencies, but he was preparing for his cases. A reason why he was incommunicado. So the Congress has all its statements, all its rationales well entrenched. But yes, there's no denying the fact that when the CBI sleuths landed up here at Johor Bagh Residence 115A on the evening, day before yesterday, Mr. Chidambaram was not here, and a notice was stuck outside his residence to appear before the investigative agency for questioning, which he had been avoiding ever since the Delhi High Court struck down his anticipatory bail plea.
And away from the politics, I also want to discuss the legal aspects of this case and what really are the legal options before Chidambaram. But before that, let me also get in an update from Akshay Nath from Chennai Airport. Akshay, what really is happening within the family, the Chidambarams? We know that Karti is currently on the way to Delhi. What about Nalini Chidambaram? Is she in Chennai or is she also here in Delhi?
Akshita, Nalini Chidambaram left for Delhi yesterday itself. She took the 7 p.m. flight from Chennai and she's already in Delhi and is in the residence is what we're being told. Okay. And Karti Chidambaram was scheduled to visit Delhi today to participate in the DMK's protest which is going to happen at Jantar Mantar today against the government's decision on the Kashmir issue. And what we're being told by Karti Chidambaram here is that it is a completely vindictive politics being played out. His father, P Chidambaram, has been one of the most vocal voices against the central government, and especially because of this, he's being targeted. And this is done to tarnish P Chidambaram's image as well as the Congress's image and to deviate the subject from the Kashmir issue is what Karti Chidambaram had stated to the media in Chennai. He also further went on to say that this 10-year-old case does not have any direct connection to Karti Chidambaram or his family, and he said that though his family has, for 4 times let the CBI do all its investigation, do the raids in his residence, they've still not been able to find any evidence that can connect Karti Chidambaram or P Chidambaram to the case. Yes. And all the summons that P Chidambaram has been served till date has been taken into consideration, and P Chidambaram has represented every single one of them, is what Karti Chidambaram has stated. Akshita.
Paulami, what are the legal options now before Mr. Chidambaram? Is it a given that for the next 24 hours at least he will have to remain in CBI custody, because only after what happens in the CBI court can he actually push for bail?
Well, again, it is about the timing of everything as it pans out, because if he will be produced in court at around 2 p.m, then of course the court will hear the arguments which are put forth by the CBI and of course the defense counsel for Mr. P Chidambaram as well. Depending on those arguments, then of course the trial judge will pronounce his or her order as to whether Mr. P Chidambaram should be granted CBI remand or not, and then of course he can move for bail at the CBI court itself. It depends on how much time is taken in order to, conduct these procedures. Yesterday at the Supreme Court, every minute counted for something as they went helter-skelter from courtroom number 1 from Justice Ramanna's court to courtroom number 3 to courtroom number 1, which is CJ Ranjan Gogoi's courtroom. Every minute counted for something, and they constantly waited for the Ayodhya hearing to end, to correct the defects in their petition, go back to the registry, and by that time, the day's proceedings at the Supreme Court were over by about 4 p.m. and then the court wasn't willing to assemble again in order to hear their matter on an urgent basis, and hence posted it for Friday. So it all depends as to how much is actually done in that very short period of time. So it won't be completely a stretch to imagine that Mr. P Chidambaram might just be spending 24 hours in CBI custody before, of course, his bail plea is heard by